All right, let's go.
Because I
Y'all are
stopped doing
graphic.
it. I know I stopped talking to. This is my argument here, right? I no longer talk to women about how to get a guy to treat her right if she already had sex with him. I'm gonna tell you why. You already gave it up. If you gave it up and he ain't treating you right, then you lost call. You can't make him. If you gave up the coop and he ain't treating you right after you gave up the coop, then what you now you're just trying to chameleon your way in a man's life. I'm just saying
Trying to negotiate.
your negotiating skills do go down if you already gave up the coup. That is a common sense. It's not
So
even a bad thing.
Can
It's
I
not.
can I
I
ask
don't
a
think I don't think
question?
so. The thing
Why
is,
do
I
I
don't
need
think no.
to? The question I want to know is why do I need to convince you or negotiate with you to treat me right though?
But that's my point.
Why is it a negotiation? Why are we
No, hold on,
negotiating?
wait. The funny thing is
Y'all
that
moving the
nobody.
goalposts.
Hold on, wait, Lady O. The argument wasn't that. Oh, do she lose some leverage? The argument was, is all my leverage just my vagina? That was what Bo's question was.
No,
It's
we didn't
not.
say that.
Hold on, wait. That was
Mhm,
her question. That
mhm.
was her question, and he said no.
Okay.
And then when we walked it down, and we actually walked it down, it basically reduced to, yeah, it's just your vagina, and then
Well,
everything else.
No, we didn't.
it's
Yes,
not.
it did.
Thing
No,
is,
it didn't.
it's not that it's solely, but I mean, at the same time, it is kind of like a
Be
big deal.
honest. Just say it's
That,
solely so she can.
if
So
if
just be
if
honest.
if
No.
I'm just saying she really do lose her, and this is just I'm not trying to be funny, but I guess I'm gonna use this anecdotal because this is just what I've experienced over the years just by outside being rather on social media or being in the real world talking to younger women. I promise you, once a woman gave up the cakes, it ain't nothing else she can negotiate. I'm just be honest with you. It's just I don't know why. It's just a hard concept to understand. Ladies, your vagina matters, okay? And I'm
No.
just saying, and then
It
you should
does.
want your vagina to matter, okay? So
How?
yeah,
It does. That's why they like to call it, the 90-day rule, make that guy wait 90 days, make that guy take you like on multiple dates, 10 dates before you give up the cooch, whatever. Like, that's why they have all these weird rules. If it didn't matter, they would give up as soon as they see the guy. Now they're gonna do that for the likes of Chris Brown and the celebrities they like, but for the average Joe like Boogie, they're gonna try to make him chase for it. Oh, they call it, I'm gonna make you work for it. So it matters, and they know. That's why men have an issue with it. It's like they're gonna make you pay for all the dates, make you wait 90 days. But I think the issue for me is for a woman who's gonna bring value to a man's life, it's not a big issue. Now, for a woman who's scared that she doesn't have anything else to offer apart from the cooch, then she's gonna have an issue and she's gonna use it as a form of manipulation.
you should want your vagina to matter. So hell yeah, it should be a big damn deal.
Mhm.
Y'all use it every day when y'all want some damn money. So
So
when
then,
Powerful.
now all of a sudden you mad because a man look at you that way, y'all gotta keep it real here, ladies. We got to be real. Stop being this. And I'm not talking about you ladies up here.
It's a liberated culture, bro.
Ladies, it
Power is
really
gone
is.
from the vagina.
We gotta stop
Do,
acting like the coop don't matter
Can
because it does.
okay, Lady O,
do you think? Hold on, wait.
Lady
Do you
O,
think
I'm
that?
gonna tell you something that I
Thank you, Lady O.
feel I just feel this, and it may not be true, but I
Okay.
feel like a lot
I
of
don't
your
know.
opinions are
Mhm.
subjugated in the fact of you've raised four sons, so your
Mm.
opinions of truth come from being in a very male-centered
Oh,
life. It's been all
she's a
about
woman.
your sons, your husband, your man, your like the
what's
it's
wrong with
just
that?
full of men.
But what's wrong with that? That's the issue. Because men never speak up. But as soon as a woman speaks up for men, other women like her don't like it. And this is what I've been saying, and people before me who have been making this type of content have been saying this for so long, that men know what women want. In fact, men are taught how to treat women, but women don't care and have not been trained or taught what to do for a man, because all she knows is what a man can do for her. So as soon as a man says something, she doesn't even know what it means, because her entire life has been, what is a man gonna do for me? So this woman is literally just saying how men think, and she doesn't like it because she doesn't care.
She has a
It's
mother.
just
She
full of
has
That
men.
sisters. She's a
you
woman.
gotta understand. I have
Listen, what if
mothers,
she
I
is
have
saying this is
sisters,
her
I got
experience?
nieces, I have friends. I was a
Mm,
cosmetologist
No,
before.
I'm
No,
not saying you don't.
hold
I'm
on,
saying
love.
it's a lot
Hold
easier
on,
to
hold
Taking
be
away
on
her
that
on.
side
credibility.
though.
You got to understand, I did thousands of women here. I lived in 5 different states, and I actually had thousands of females in my chairs, a cosmetologist, single women, all types. I did prostitutes, because I got to be safe. I did all types of women hair, and I'm telling you, it's unequivocally when women give up the coop, she does lose some of her negotiations. It just is what it is.
So the argument wasn't some. The argument was that they pretty much
lose
lose
a majority
all
of
of
it.
it.
Then y'all just made her argument. So when she said, so why did y'all? Hold on, wait. The question is then why did y'all disagree with her?
Like 45 minutes.
The question
We
is,
can't
why
hear
did
you that
why
good.
did
That's
y'all-
why, M. White. You
Why
Yo-
did y'all
yo-
disagree with her when she said all y'all did was literally reduce? She said, "Man, y'all make me just want to be single because it seemed like all y'all reduced me down to is my vagina." And everybody on the panel said, "No, it ain't that." The reality is,
Hold on, y'all.
Bo,
Bo been trying to raise her hand for like 5 minutes, and that she not gonna interrupt y'all though. Go ahead, Bo.
So,
She been doing good.
and so my concern is that we are not holding men to a higher standard physically either, because I feel like y'all give away your genitalia just freely. Cute, ugly, short, tall, fat, skinny, whatever. Y'all just be giving it away, handing it out like like cards. Just you done bought 5,000 business cards and you just handing it to anybody. And some kind of way that doesn't matter. But aside from that, if I have to keep something from you to make you act like a good person, to make you act like a husband, a boyfriend, or whatever, if I have to hold
moving the
something
goalpost.
back, if I have to use something to make you act a certain way, I don't want you. Because if you need to be coerced, that's manipulation. I'm going
Yeah, but women do that every single day. They use sex to manipulate men. Like, why are we acting, like as if this doesn't exist? The 90-day rule, make him wait for 90 days or make him wait for 10 dates or use him for dates. Don't go back to his place. The reason they have all those things is because they use the vagina. I mean, let's just be honest. They use sex to manipulate or to even get men to do what they want, even in marriages. If men don't do what they want in marriages, their women don't give them sex. That's why so many guys are in sexless relationships, because women use that. It's a power. They know. Why is she acting like as if women don't do this? And like I said, the reason women do it because sometimes they have nothing else to offer a man.
to hold this back so that you'll be a good boy, that is dumb.
You just
Because what
moved
we
Who
do
made that
in
argument?
our bodies is of nature. It is a natural thing that happens. Attraction happens. The act of sex happens naturally. It is what our bodies do. Now, do you give it away to everybody? Absolutely not. You shouldn't want to. Your body should not react to that many people because
Oh.
you shouldn't be that easy.
Well, how many people should it be
Men
then?
are. What?
How many people should it be then?
I don't listen. That's not for me to decide.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna tell you where you messed up at.
What?
You move the goalpost when you start saying I shouldn't have to keep my vagina to get a person to act right. This conversation wasn't a matter of making a man act right. It was a matter of compelling a man to marry you. The man can still treat you with some common decency.
Make a man. That's the same thing, Darwin.
No, it's not. No,
It's
it's
not the
not.
same
That's
thing.
manipulation.
I know a
Can y'all
couple
hear me?
right down the street right now that's unmarried. He treat his woman just like I treat my wife.
Can you hear me now?
Facts.
It
What
does
about-
not mean a man
Yeah.
is not going to treat you with some common decency like a human being, like you, a woman, whatever. I know you don't want to use the term woman, like a person. It
No, we don't
does
want to use
not-
the
I don't
term
wanna use the term
female.
woman. When
We
you-
like the
when
term
you ever
woman. We
heard
don't
me
like
say
Oh
female.
my
thank
Okay.
God.
you?
So, all right, this is what I
Female.
was trying to say earlier.
But do you get what I'm saying, though, right, Bo?
No, I
No,
don't.
You literally
She
didn't
doesn't
understand that
want
this
to.
My
wasn't a
point is
matter
gonna-
of
my point is gonna
his
bleed into
behavior. It was a matter of
saying.
getting married.
My point is
No.
gonna bleed into what you're saying.
Oh my
The
God.
thing with Laisha, I think what Lady O perspective comes from is dealing with men and understanding how men think. And
Yes.
just because women don't agree with how men think, it doesn't change the way that men think. So
Facts. That's the issue. Like I said, most women don't know, they don't care, and they don't even want to learn how men think, what men want. That's why when you go on a date with a woman, she looks at it like she's doing you a favor. Like, what are you going to do to impress me? What type of expensive dinner date are you taking me to? In fact, most women think when they go on a date with you, it's their time. That for you, you had nothing else important to do but to take her on a date. It's like they go on dates so you can impress them. In fact, they use the word impress me. Why should I choose you? Instead of, they should look at it like, okay, I'm getting to know him, he's getting to know me. I'm seeing what type of guy he is, he's getting to see what type of woman I am. They look at it like, impress me, do for me, me. That's why once another woman says, hey, ladies, this is how a man thinks, this is what men want, this is what men like, they call her a pick me, because they've never been in a situation where they have to learn what men want.
it'll come off as if she's siding with us when she's just explaining how men actually think. When men say they think a way, women tend to argue that you shouldn't think that way because we don't think that way. And I think that's one of the things that feminism did that hurts the worst, is it equalized the understanding of how men and women behave biologically and think. And when you do that, you hold us to the standard of how you as a general collective of women think.
Yeah.
And then you say that's incorrect because we don't think that way.
Like that,
but
yeah.
The majority of men will say we think the way you don't think. But feminism says that we're just people, and social constructs created gender and these thought processes behind it, and it'll have women putting expectations of women on men instead of understanding who men are and dealing with it accordingly, or not dealing with it at all. But to expect men to be women is where you're going to run into conflict and problems over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So when Darwin says that you lose the value, it's not just when you have sex. Like, so if I could, it's a nuanced point, right? You love nuance, right? The nuanced portion of it is, as a virgin, you have the most leverage for a marriage, was his point. It was you can say I'm not having sex until marriage because you've never had sex before, and no man on earth is really gonna hold that against you. If you've had sex prior to him saying I'm not gonna have sex, he will stop talking to you, because what you've done is place the man before him at a higher level than him, and the man's ego and self-esteem will not accept that.
That ain't what he said, and White.
Fact. And to even make it simple, what this guy is saying, listen, what men are saying is, listen, if you make me wait, but you didn't make the guys before me wait, it's not a fair deal. That's just how men think. But like I said, women don't care to learn how men think. And women who know how men think, they're in a better situation because they can pick and choose how to, I guess, play men and how to deal with women. But what do you guys think about that? Basically, these days, women want to date men and turn them into their girlfriends. They want to pillow talk with them. They want to, talk about sweet nothings. And that's why every time you meet a woman and she's like, oh, I want to date my best friend, she literally means she wants to turn her man into her female bestie. And it can never work because men just think completely different. What do you guys think about that anyway? Link down below to Lapif.